Hello, my friend. It's Laura with Save with Laura. Thank you for joining me. I am pre-filming this, but you are seeing this on Sunday, August the 16th. And we are, tried to do that as quietly as possible. We are doing our Save $2,026 in 2026. This goes to our slush fund, which is not a free-for-all spending fund. This is where we save $48 a week playing games on Save Big in 2026, save $1,000 plus. Our goal is $2,026 in 2026. And this is by Play to Save, and I got it off of Play to Save's Etsy page. And let me tell you, this baby, she came in clutch this week. I had $200 and something in our housing sinking fund. Our AC needed about $500 of repairs. And there was about $150 in this fund, and this bailed us out, and we took about $80 something maybe from having oversaved for our lawn care when my nephew's lawnmower was broken, and when we were in a drought and we didn't need lawn care. I didn't spend that money anywhere. It just sat in that envelope for lawn care, so we kind of moved that over, and we paid cash for a $500 repair. And a year ago, that probably would not have happened. So this thing has saved us this week. So thankful to have it. When I call it our slush fund, remember, it is our fund that just saves us money for whatever life throws at us. And we had some money saved in the designated sinking fund, but not enough. So we have $48, $20, $40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'm looking around for my scrap sheet of paper that I usually use for this game. And I'm looking for, normally this envelope sticks out really well because it's so fat, but here it is. But it's empty, and that's okay. That's what it's there for. Do I like that it's empty? Nope. Do I wish that it had more money in it? Yep. But you know what? It's okay. That's what it's there for, friend. $48. I'm not even going to do the total. I'm just going to keep track that we're doing, because literally there's $48. I'm not doing the subtraction. We paid about $500 for IRS taxes from last tax season that we filed this year, so we paid cash for that instead of putting it on a payment plan. I think I took $400 of this money and put it toward a down payment toward a car that I bought a few months ago, and then this. So every penny that we have pre-saved, life has come up, and this has bailed us out, and I'm so thankful for it. I think I need to cash condense some other stuff going on, but we worry about that another day. So let's get started. Save Big in 2026. I roll a 20-sided die, 1 through 13, because there's 13 activity pages in this series. We go to that page and do it, and if it's dice roll number 14 through 20, we go to the next page as of where we're at currently. Number 12, 11, 12. I roll, this is Santa's Journey. I roll a 6 of the 20-sided die, and I count the numbers where we have not been yet. But let's go backward. 1, 2, 3. So we save $4. Oh, I gotta get my scrap sheet of paper. And you're like, why are you playing this game when you have the money already put up? Because that's boring, and I need something stimulating. And this gives me accountability when I share with you what I'm doing on the internet. And this gives me encouragement. And this makes it fun. And this is just how I'm choosing to do it. And there is no right or wrong way to save money. You can just do sinking funds. I do sinking funds on a lot of stuff. This is just one I happen to play a game for. Oh, that fold's going to bug the tarnation out of me. So what I do to keep track is I write down $48, And we're subtracting 3. And this just tells us how far we can play. Oh, that's a 6. 8, 6. So we roll 2 6-sided die. 3 and 2 is taken. 2 and 3, 2 and 3 is taken. 6 and 1. 1 and 6 is taken. 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4 is taken. 4 and 6 is taken. 1 and 4 is not taken, and we're saving $6. And we are gonna pull out the calculator. What was that? 6. So minus 6 is 39. We had an interesting day today in our community afternoon. We had a nasty storm. It's number 17, so we're just going to the next page. Had a nasty storm, and it was so nasty. Power went out in parts of town. Trees are down. A friend of ours from church, number 5, we're just going to color this in. She and her husband called to check on me. They're in their 80s, and they knew my husband works out of town, and we've gotten really close to them over the years. It's the couple that we went out with 34 for our anniversary, their 63rd and our 25th, and we have it on the same day. And they live one street over. She called to check on me because she knew I was by myself. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not home. I left in the middle of the storm to go have supper with Mama and my stepdad. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, but I have no clue about my house. She's like, there's cops on your street. Somebody's pushing something out of the road. We had the top of a tree fall out and land on our neighbor's house. She's like, it got really bad. I'm like, well, I drove out of it, just out of town, and then by the time I got to the county line, I was completely out of it. She's like, yeah, it was bad. And it was bad when I left. It was, probably should have stayed home, but I didn't. Let's do this 3. This is how we're saving 1,000 plus. We're modifying this. Minus 3. That's easy math. And so I'm constantly worried. I'm 45 minutes from home at the restaurant we're eating at. And I'm worried about my house, not knowing. And she said the way the wind was coming, it would have put my house in the path. If a tree fell in my backyard, it would have blown it into my house. And as we're leaving the restaurant, because she called me when we first got there, 6, so we say $4. She called me. When she called me, I had no signal in the restaurant. I had to walk outside to talk to her 26. And we were fixing to leave the restaurant. I looked at my mom and stepdad. I'm like, it didn't even occur to me to check on our Ring cameras. I can see the big trees. Page 20. We don't have a page 20, so we'll go to page 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope this is on camera. What you're hearing clanking, I make homemade soap, and that's a spearmint eucalyptus bottle. I need to move out of the way. So we roll a 6-sided die, and we save $6. I'm like, I can check my Ring camera as soon as we get outside and I have signal. So I checked them, and everywhere that I could see on cameras, everything was fine. Got home. Thankfully, there's just small green tips of branches in bundles of about that big or knocked over. Not really any large limbs. There are some. I drove by our friend's house, and their tree branch landed on their neighbor's carport, which they have a vintage Chevrolet truck under. And I didn't see it, but his everyday car was not under the carport, and the tree branch landed. It hit it, and he checked it. There's not a scratch on the vehicle, thankfully. It doesn't look like any major damage to the house. He may have to have some shingles tacked back on. So we were very, very blessed. I did see some uprooted trees. That was originally on 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. If we land on an icon, save $+2, +2, one of the bonus amounts, cross off this. I don't know what a bonus amount is. So we're just going to roll a 6-sided die and add 2 to it. So 6, $8. Minus 8 is 12. So some reports I've heard said 50-mile-an-hour wind. Some said 60. Just, it was bad. Let's do a 5. And we'll just do purple since it's in my hand and do all these little dots. Minus 5 is 7. Okay. I don't like IOUs. So we're going to find something we can just do a 7 on. We'll do this one. So thankful we did not get any damage to our house. We did not lose power this week. We lost power last week, and I don't know why we lost power last week. So thanks for listening to me ramble about the storm as we played this game. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for just being my accountability. I hope my story of this challenge just coming in clutch, it is not a bragging thing of we have money in the bank or in an envelope to pay for these bills. Y'all, this is a year of saving and hard work and discipline and saying no to self on things we want to do or things we want to buy because life happens and we were prepared. Praying that nothing major happens for the next several months so we can build this cushion up again. But that's what it's there for. So thankful for it. And I will see you tomorrow for Mini Mondays. Bye, friend.